Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. Today is August 18th, 2025, and today is Monday morning. Welcome back, everybody. Looking at the highlights of the day, Bitcoin takes a sharp turn lower and sells off. But first, no major economic events scheduled for today. Now, we are in summer trading season, which means that it's lighter volume and less changes in the market. So looking at the Forex symbols, the major pairs really unchanged. As we shift over to the indices, the same thing. The Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both really unchanged. Now looking at commodities, gold holds on to its bounce from last week, but nothing really major. And looking at the stocks, this is important. CISCO sold off quite aggressively to the downside to $66 a share. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin sells off. We mentioned that. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start with the Euro USD, and you can see it's at the top of the move. It's not really trading much. I mean, if we look at a 1 hour chart, just to give us perspective, it just sold off right now, really over the past couple of hours from 116, 117 down to 116.70-ish level, so it's a 20 pip move. That could develop into something, okay? But it's been really in a relatively tight range. I mean, 70 to 80 pips from last Friday, so we're really consolidating at this upper space. Now looking at the GBP USD, I would imagine this would be going down first, okay? But it's not. It's really just consolidating here. So again, nothing really writing home when we're looking at the Forex moves. However, there's always the Turkish lira, which is another week, another low. And basically, it just keeps on making new lows every single week. And it's just so consistent, okay? This is, I've never seen anything like this in my life. From week to week, just continuously just grinding lower. And it's at 40.82. Remember, this was at 18 in 2022, was it? Yeah, 22. And we've been following it that long, since it hit 18 up to 40. Now, it's unbelievable and just getting weaker. And there's nothing to change it, because as long as the geopolitical framework in Turkey remains the same, this is just going to be the reality, I'm sorry to say. Now looking at natural gas, just a little bit lower this morning. Okay, nothing again to write home about, but if it tests its lows at that 270-ish level, that's something to look at. Now looking at gold, did hold on to its gains, or really to its bounce, I mean rather. Okay, but that was just a bounce. Again, it's not a big deal. It's not massively, but it is consolidating. Now, I'd like to see maybe a double bottom here. That might be something as this considerably continues to churn. Now, looking at the U.S. markets, just tapering lower, both the Dow Jones after hitting its all-time record highs, and also the NASDAQ. Now, this becomes a little bit important because the stocks did sell off, all right? If we look at Apple, it sold off. If we look at Microsoft, it sold off. If we looked at JP Morgan, it sold off a little, but it sold off, okay? Now, what I do want to highlight is CISCO. CISCO's a bellwether. CISCO's a very important company. It's the fundamental company that you look to in order to really feel what's going on in the financial markets. Yes, Amazon and all the FANG stocks and Microsoft, all important companies, but it's CISCO that really is the gears of the economy, okay? And when you look at CISCO and it's going down, that's when I get a little bit concerned. So this may be a telltale sign right before September that we may get a sell-off yet, okay? So this is something to consider. Now looking at AMD, it's holding on to its gains, but it did sell off intraday, okay, after hitting that yearly high. And lastly, let's take a look at Bitcoin. That did sell off and continued to sell off quite aggressively, okay, below that 118-ish level. And so do we have support here at 115? I don't think so, okay? Real support is at 110, okay? But we've had this point where we've churned around this area several times, around this 112-ish area, and that might be the next real point that we get to. But again, it's Bitcoin, and it just is one of those type of temperamental kind of assets that when it goes, and when it doesn't, it just churns, and you could be churning a long time. So you just have to wait for it to actually show you some price action before getting in. Now, we are in summer trading environment, so that means usually lower volume, less price action, and from a technical point of view, it means less opportunities as well. So just be very, selective Don't be careful but selective about what you decide to trade in this environment. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.
My advice, this is the best time to trade.